Hey guys, today is the 27th of stuttering technique, and the episode today is when life get hard. So let's get started. Hey there,
I
my
hope
friend.
you're doing
I hope
okay
you're
today.
doing okay today.
As for me, I'm
me,
sitting in
I'm
a
sitting
quiet
in
little
a
corner
quiet
of my
little
room
corner in
where
my
the
room,
light is soft and the air feels calm.
where the light is
It's
soft,
corner of my room
where
where
the
the light
light
is
is soft
soft and the air feels calm. It's one of those
It's one
moments
of
when I
those
can just
moments
breathe
when
and be
it's just
still for a
still
while.
for a while.
Some days are
Some days
busy,
are busy,
others are
others
gentle,
are gentle,
and I think
and I
both
think
are
both
part of the
are
journey.
part of the journey.
I just want to
I
say
just want
thank
to
you for
say
being
thank you
here,
for being
for
here,
choosing to
for
listen,
choosing to
and for
listen,
allowing my voice to be a
listen.
small thank you for being here, for choosing to listen, and for allowing my voice to be a small part of your day. Where are you listening from right now? And how are you feeling truly? I want to begin today by asking you something gentle. When life gets hard, do you tell anyone? Or do you just keep moving quietly, holding your breath, pretending it's all okay? Maybe you're like me, someone who's learned to smile even when your heart beats. Maybe you're like me, someone who's learned to smile even when your heart feels heavy. Someone who answers I'm fine out of habit, even when your whole body aches with a deeper truth. Sometimes the hardest part of life isn't the challenge itself. It's the silence around it, the pressure to keep functioning while you're quietly falling apart inside. And I want to say this to you with a calm, steady voice. If you're carrying something heavy right now, even if no one else sees it still matters. Your pain is real, even if it's quiet. Today's episode is here for those of you going through something hard. Today's episode is here for those of you going through something hard. Not a dramatic crisis maybe, but the kind of slow struggle that wears you down quietly. It's not always the storm. Sometimes it's the weight you carry every day without dropping anything. As always, while we speak in English together, we also make space for reflection. This is gentle practice for your heart and for your language. Let's begin. You might not have said it out loud. Maybe you've whispered it in your mind. I'm tired. Why does everything feel so heavy? I don't know how much more I can take. It's okay. You're not weak for feeling this way. You're human. Sometimes we carry pain that doesn't have a name. A kind of dull sadness or quiet anxiety that wraps itself around your chest. It doesn't always scream. Sometimes it just sits itself around your chest. It doesn't always scream. Sometimes it just hums in the background, making everything feel a little harder, a little heavier. Maybe you wake up already tired. Maybe your eyes sting with tears, but you don't even know why. Maybe you're doing everything right, but you still feel like you're not enough. And here's the thing I want to remind you. You're allowed to say, this is hard. You're allowed to have bad days. You're allowed to not be okay. Even when other people seem to be thriving. The world doesn't always give us space to admit these things. But I will. This space is for honesty. No pressure to fix yourself. No need to perform. Just breathe. Because even when you're struggling, you're still worthy. Even when you feel like you're falling behind, your heart is still trying. Even when you don't talk about it, your experience is still valid. And if you've been pushing through without support, I see you. I respect your quiet strength. But I also remind you, you don't have to do it all alone. Let this podcast be a soft place for your heart to land. We live in a world that rewards perfection and performance. But healing begins in honesty. And maybe, just maybe, your first step today is simply admitting, I'm not okay right now. And that's okay. You're not broken. You're just going through something. And going through something means you're still going. Let's sit with that for a moment. Because sometimes naming the weight is the first step in learning how to carry it. Have you ever looked at your to-do list and felt completely learning how to carry it?
Have you ever looked
at your
at how
to-do list
your
and felt
to-do list
completely
and feel
defeated
completely defeated
before you even
before you
got
got
out of bed? Or sat in front of your computer, unable to start the simplest task, and thought, what's wrong with me?
What's wrong with me?
I want to tell you something that might feel like a deep breath.
You're not lazy.
You're tired. And I don't just mean sleepy tired. I mean soul tired, heart tired. The kind of tired that builds up quietly over time when you've been strong for too long. No one really talks about that kind of exhaustion, do they? Instead, we judge ourselves. We say, I should be doing more. We say, other people are handling life better than I am. We scroll through videos of people being productive at 5 a.m. We scroll through videos of people being productive at 5 a.m. Organizing their homes, launching side businesses, and we shrink a little more inside. So let me say it clearly to you and for you. Feeling unmotivated does not make you lazy. Being able to concentrate doesn't mean you're broken. And resting doesn't make you weak. Sometimes your body before your mind does. It slows down. It forgets things. It resists the endless pressure because it's asking you quietly but urgently to listen. Maybe you've been imagining stress at work or school. Maybe you've been supporting holding stress at work or school. Maybe you've been supporting someone else while silently holding back your own tears. Maybe your mind has been in fight or flight mode for so long it's tears. Maybe your mind has been in fight or flight mode for so long that stillness now feels unfamiliar, even scary. You don't need more discipline right now. You need more kindness to sit with yourself and say, you've been carrying so much. No wonder you feel this way.
No worry feeling this way.
There's a phrase I love. You can't heal in the same environment that made you sick. And sometimes the environment isn't just a place.
It's the way of thinking. The inner voice that tells you rest in laziness.
The silence is failure. Means stuck. But I don't believe that.
I don't believe that.
Maybe a part of you doesn't either. Maybe you're starting to see that your energy isn't endless. That rest is part of the work. That slowing down is not the same as giving up. It's how you recover. How you begin again.
How if you begin again, I had a day more than I like to
when I couldn't write,
when I could write,
couldn't focus. I sit in front of my laptop and feel blank. Not because I didn't care, but because I can too much for too long without stopping to breathe. And on those days, the hardest thing wasn't the work itself. It was forgiving myself for not doing more. Maybe you need the kind of forgiveness today. To stop punishing yourself for being human. To stop confusing exhausting with failure. Because here's the gentle truth. Just getting through the day when your heart is heavy is already a gentle truth. Just getting through the day when your heart is heavy is already an accomplishment. You don't have to earn your rest. You don't have to deserve it. You don't have to stop. You don't have to earn your rest. You don't have to deserve it. You're allowed to stop. You're allowed to stop. Nothing. To do nothing and still be worthy of love. Instead of asking, why I can do more, you ask, why did I already survive? What silent battles have I faced lately? What kind of strength have I shown that no one else could see? You are not behind. You are not lazy. You are not a machine. You are a human being, okay, with emotions, limits, and needs. When life gets hard, sometimes the bravest thing you can do is rest. Rest without guilt. Rest without shame. So if you've been beating yourself up lately for not being more productive, let this be a soft reset. A reminder that your worth is not measured by your output. You are not what you produce. You are not what you accomplish. You are someone who feels deeply. You try quietly. You carry a lot. Even when no one knows. And today, maybe your only to be gentle with yourself. To take off the label of lazy and replace it with something kinder. Tired, healing, learning, growing. That's
That's
enough.
enough.
Have you ever felt
Have
like
you ever
life
feel
was
like
testing you?
like
Like every
testing you?
challenge, every
Like every
setback,
challenge,
every
every
delay
step, every delay
was some kind
or
of
some
lesson
kind
you
of
were supposed to
lesson you were
pass?
supposed to pass?
It's a painful way to
Pass?
live, isn't it? You start to
You
believe
start
that
to
if you
believe
were
that
just
if
smarter,
you're
stronger, more
stronger,
disciplined,
and more disciplined,
things wouldn't be so hard.
wouldn't be so
You
hard.
begin to feel like
You begin
life
to
is
feel
measuring
like
you,
it's measuring
and you're always
you,
falling short.
always falling.
But what if life
But what
isn't a
if life
test?
isn't a test?
What if it's a
What if
season?
a reason,
One that changes,
changes,
that passes, that makes space for
that
different
makes
feelings
space,
and different versions of you.
version of you?
Think about
Think
nature.
about nature.
No season
No
stays
season
forever.
stay forever.
Winter doesn't last forever, no matter how long and
No
dark it
matter
feels.
how long does it
Even the
feel.
harshest storms
Even the
eventually
hardest
pass.
storms eventually
Yet when it
pass.
comes to our own
Yes,
lives,
when it
we
comes.
forget that storms eventually pass. Yet when
Yes,
it
when
comes
it
to our
comes
own
to our
lives,
own life,
we forget
we
that.
forget that.
We
We
think,
think
if I'm
if
sad
I'm
now,
sad
I'll
now,
always be
I'll
this
always
way.
be in this way.
If I'm stuck
If I'm
now,
stuck
I'll
now,
never move
I never
forward.
move forward.
If I fail today, I
today,
must not be
I
good
must
enough.
not be enough.
But you're not in a
But
test.
you're not in a test.
You're in a season.
You're in a
And that
season
changes
that changes
everything.
everything.
Because seasons aren't about proving something.
About proving
They're
something.
about
You're
feeling
about
what
feeling
needs to be
what
felt.
needs to be left.
They're about learning.
You're about learning, yes.
But not in a way
not
that
in way
demands
that demands
perfection.
perfection.
Just like in
Just
nature,
like in nature,
some seasons are for blooming, some are for resting,
some are resting,
some are for breaking
some
down.
are breaking
So
down,
new things can
so
grow
new
later.
thing can grow
Maybe
later.
the season you're in right
Because
now
the
is
season
cloudy
you're
and
in
cold.
right now is cloudy
Maybe it's
and
not what you
cold.
expected.
Maybe it's not.
Maybe you're in right now is cloudy and cold. Maybe
Maybe
it's not what you expected. Maybe you've been waiting for it to make sense. Like there's a hidden meaning you're
There
supposed
may
to
be
discover.
hidden meaning you're supposed to discover.
But what if this
That's what the
season doesn't need to
decision
make
doesn't
sense
need
right
to
now?
make sense right
What
now.
if it only
What
needs
it
your
only needs
patience?
for your
You don't have to
patience.
rush
You don't
through
have
it.
to rush
You don't
through
have
it.
to pretend
You don't
it's
have
not
to
hard.
pretend it's
You
not
can just
hard.
be here.
You just
fully
you can
present,
just be here,
fully
fully
human.
present, fully
There's a
human.
quiet kind of
There's
strength in not
quiet
running away from your fully human. There's a quiet kind of strength in not running away from your season. In staying soft, even when life feels harsh. In trusting that change is happening. Even if you can't see it yet. Think about how trees lose their leaves. They don't panic.
They don't panic.
They don't try to hold on. They let go. Trusting that new leaves will come in time. Can you let go a little too? Of the idea that you have to have everything figured out. Of the pressure to always be growing, improving, achieving. You're allowed to just be. To sit in your season and say, this is where I am right now. And that's enough. When I was in my early 20s, I went through a season that felt like failure. I had just quit a job that drained me. I didn't have a new plan yet. People would ask, so what are you doing now? And I'd feel so embarrassed. But in that empty space, something quietly shifted. I started journaling more. We took long walks with no destination. We slowed down enough to hear my own thoughts. And even though I feel lost, I will actually find something. Not success, not answer, but peace. That season didn't give me flashy accomplishment, but it gave me roots. And we still draw strength from them now. So if you're in a season that feels unclear or unproductive, maybe it's not about results. Maybe it's about returning to yourself. It's about returning yourself. The seasons are temporary. But they leave behind something permanent. They change us. They're temporary. But they leave behind something permanent. They change us. Quietly. Deeply. And if this season is teaching you how to slow down, how to listen, how to soften, that's a gift. Not a punishment. You don't have to pass any test today. You just have to keep breathing. Keep noticing. You don't have to pass any test today. You just have to keep breathing. Keep noticing. Keep being kind to yourself. This is a season. And seasons always change. Some days, all you can do is get through the day. Not thrive. Not succeed. Not transform. Just survive it. And honestly, that's more powerful than people realize. There's this quiet kind of courage that no one claps for. The courage
The
to
courage
keep going
to keep
when
going
no one
when
is
no one is
watching.
watching.
When everything
When
inside
everything
you
inside you
says,
say,
I can't.
I can't.
I remember
one day,
a few years ago, I had
I
just
had
gone through
just
something
gone
really
through
personal.
something
A
really
sudden loss
that
that hit me
suddenly
hard.
lost and hit me hard.
That morning, I
That
sat
morning, I
at the
sat
edge
at
of
the
my bed,
edge of my
staring at
bed,
the floor.
starting
It was
at the
already
floor.
11 a.m., and I hadn't moved.
It was already
I
10
felt
a.m.
numb.
I feel numb.
Not because I
Not
didn't
because I
care,
didn't care,
but because my
but because
emotions
my
had no place to go
emotions
anymore.
had no place to go
I remember
anymore.
whispering to
I
myself,
remember whispering to
just do
myself,
one thing.
just do one thing,
Not five
not
things,
5 things,
not a to-do
not
list,
to-do list,
just one thing.
just one thing.
So I brushed my
I
teeth.
brushed my teeth.
Then
I
made
make
tea.
tea.
Then
I
I opened the window and let some fresh air
and let
in.
the fresh air in.
That was it.
That's what it
That was
is.
the whole
That's
day.
for the whole day.
And you know what?
And you know
I
what?
was proud of that
I'm
day.
proud of that day
Because I showed up
saw
for
it.
Even when I
Even
didn't
when
want
I
to.
didn't want to.
Maybe you've had a
Maybe
day
you
like that
have the
recently.
day like recently.
Maybe today is that day. And I want
And
to
I
tell
want
you,
to tell you,
surviving hard days is not a small thing. It's a huge
It's a
thing.
huge thing.
It's a quiet kind of heroism.
Heroism.
The kind we rarely recognize thing. It's a quiet kind of heroism.
Heroism.
Rarely
And the kind we rarely recognize. But carry with so weight.
You see, when life gets hard,
when
the
life
world
hard,
still keeps
the world
spinning.
still keep
Bills still come.
keep going. Bills
Messages still
come.
arrive.
Messages still
People
alive.
still ask things
People
from you.
still asking
And
things
even
from
when
you.
your heart is
And when
aching
even
or your mind is
heart or mind is
foggy, you keep showing up.
You're showing up.
Not always
Not
with energy,
always
but
with
with presence.
energy, but with
That
passion.
matters.
That matters.
Maybe you're a parent who
Be-
gets out of bed for
Get
your
out
child,
bed for your
even when
child,
your own
even
heart
when your
feels
own
broken.
heart feel broken.
Maybe you're a student who keeps attending class, even when your anxiety is high.
Even when you exist.
Maybe you're someone who keeps attending class, even when your anxiety is high. Maybe you're someone who
When
smiles at strangers just to give a little light, even when your own day feels dark. Don't overlook that. Getting through the day might not feel inspiring, but it builds something deep in you. Resilience. Not the loud kind, the quiet kind. You learn to trust yourself. Not because life is easy, but because you keep going anyway. I want to say something else that might feel strange at first. You don't need to do more to prove your strength. Sometimes just staying is enough. Just breathing. Just showing up. There are days when healing looks like crying in the shower. There are days when victory looks like putting on clean clothes. There are days when strength means texting a friend, even if it's just to say, I don't have words, but I wanted to check in. These moments are real. They matter. And they count. Maybe you feel like you're moving in slow motion right now. It's okay. Maybe your mind is foggy. Your heart tired. That's okay too. You're still here. And sometimes that's the bravest thing a person can be. You don't always have to be improving, building, fixing. Sometimes getting through the day is the work, the deep, invisible work of becoming stronger, not in a loud, powerful way, but in a soft, steady way. And if today is one of those days for you, I want you to hear this. You're doing better than you think. You're more capable than you feel. And the fact that you're still breathing, still listening, still trying, means you haven't given up. Let that be enough for today. Let it be more than enough than to given up. Let that be enough for today. Let it be more than enough. Because you showed up for your life, even when it was hard. And that, my friend, is power. It's easy to believe that hard times stop our growth. That if we're not feeling strong, we must be getting weaker. That if we're struggling, we must be falling behind. But here's a softer, truer way to look at it. You're still becoming, even when you feel stuck. Even when you're hurting, even when you can't see progress. Something inside you is still shifting, slowly, quietly. Growth doesn't always look like forward motion. Sometimes it looks like stillness, like rest, like heartbreak teaching you what matters. There's a part of you right now that's learning through the mess.
through
the
through the
pain.
pain.
And that part? It's becoming wiser, softer, more grounded. You may not see it clearly yet, but hard seasons have a way of deepening us. They take us to places within ourselves
They take us to place without ourselves that
comfort never could.
could.
Think of a tree in winter. From the outside, it looks bare, empty, lifeless. But underneath, the roots are growing. The tree is not dying. It's preparing. You are too. Maybe this season is humbling you. Maybe it's asking you to slow down, to pay attention to the things you usually overlook. Maybe it's not about fixing or changing, but simply about sitting with your own truth and letting it teach you. Because even pain can be a teacher. Even silence can reveal something new. And sometimes your greatest strength isn't how loudly you fight, but how gently you listen, how patiently you wait, how bravely you stay open, even when your heart is tired. You're not broken because you feel lost. You're not behind because your path looks different. You're not weak because you need time. You're becoming. Becoming is not always beautiful or Instagram worthy. Sometimes it's messy. Sometimes it's lonely. Sometimes it's made of small decisions, like choosing to drink water, choosing to rest, choosing to hope again. But piece by piece, those little choices add up, and slowly, something inside you strengthens, not with noise, but with quiet, not with speed, but with depth. So if today you feel far from who you want to be, take heart. Your story isn't finished. This chapter is not the end. In fact, this might be the part of your story where everything begins to change. Not because life gets easier, but because you're getting deeper. Don't rush it. Don't skip this season, even if it's hard. Because becoming isn't about arriving at some perfect version of you. About honoring the truth of where you are.
About honoring the truth of where
Trusting
you are,
that each hard moment is shaping you into someone more compassionate, more understanding, more whole. You're still here. You're still becoming. And that's enough. If no one has said it to you today, I'm proud of you for staying, for listening, for allowing yourself to be here, even if your heart is heavy. You don't need to have the answers yet. You don't need to feel strong all the time. You just need to keep showing up, gently, honestly, one breath at a time. Some seasons are here to teach us how to soften. Some are here to remind us of our quiet strength. And some are just here to be felt.
And some are just here to be felt.
Not solved, not escaped, just felt. So take a deep breath. Feel the weight of this day begin to lift. Know that you're not alone. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to feel. You're allowed to take up space, even when you're struggling. And if today felt heavy, I hope this episode felt like a small light. Thank you for being here.
Today.
This brought you comfort. Share it with someone who might need it too.
So thank you for listening.